Hello everyone, welcome back. Long time no see. I don't think I made a single YouTube video during all of winter, so has it been like half a year already? Yeah, spring is coming, so I figured that I really need to make like a catch-up video in case I actually get the time and energy to, do some videos over spring and summer, when I like to do gardening and stuff. So, um, let's just get into it, I suppose. The background stuff is going to be a bunch of speed paints that I've been doing on Twitch during the last couple of months. We've been doing like little environment practice painting from like reference images. So yeah, that's in the background. All of them are done in Clip Studio Paint, and the brush I'm using, well, you can see on the screen, is just the default G pen, which is a inking brush, but I enjoy using it for coloring for some reason. So yeah, that's what's going on in the background. I might sound a bit stuffier than usual because I'm recovering from a cold that I had last week. I was so excited when there was like one day when the sun was out and I was sitting outside and I didn't realize that I got really cold. And of course in the evening I was sick, and then I had a stuffy head and headache and runny nose for the next 5 days. I'm recovering now, but I still sound snotty. Also, allergies are starting. Spring hasn't quite started over here, but the pollen is coming over from like Southern Europe, or not Southern Europe, like Central Europe and the Baltics. So it's advanced time allergies. So yeah, as far as art and life updates, the bigger thing I suppose since last time is that I actually finished my long time running webcomic Stand Still, Stay Silent. In fact, I finished it last month in March, I think. Yes, it's April now. I finished it at the end of March, so actually very recently. And it doesn't really feel like anything because I had kind of moved on from it mentally almost a year ago or something. So it was just a relief to finally be done with like the final page. I was kind of like artistically dragging myself along just to get to the finish line, basically. I had to finish it with some kind of honor so that I can move on to my next projects in life and stuff. And speaking of that, I have also now started work on my next project, which is basically a very short comic. And when I say short comic, I just mean I can finish it in 1 year. It's gonna be like 100 pages, because after that I want to start like a bigger project. So I'm doing this year a short comic during which I can plan out what I want to do next. I have a couple ideas that I'm wrestling between, which I want to do first. So I'm trying to figure out that while I work on this short comic. And the short comic is just a autobiographical short story of how I went from an atheist to a nihilist to a Christian. So that's like the little testimony comic that I'm working on. And I'm hoping to have that finished by January, and to also have figured out what I will do after that by then. But that's for future me to worry about. I mean, very soon future me, so I guess I do have to be a little bit worried about it already. But I'm just trying to make it like one day at a time working, and it will work out, I'm sure. And what's the next thing? I have like a list of things that I try to remember to mention, at least in passing. So the comic stuff. Oh yeah, I think the last video ended with me saying that I was going to get baptized, and I did get baptized in end of November or start of December. I don't quite remember which. It was first of Advent, and I got the enjoyable experience of getting baptized in a frozen lake because winter came a little bit earlier this year, so it got really cold the week when the baptism was planned for, and obviously I would have had the option to have it done indoors at another church that has like an indoors baptism place or something. But I was like, you know what, I'll just do it. And yeah, that was interesting. There was like a small spot around the shore of the lake that was free of ice because it had like this thing for ice swimmers that keeps the water moving, like it creates like little current and waves on the surface so it doesn't freeze even though it gets really cold. I guess it eventually must freeze, but yeah, it hasn't frozen over yet. The rest of the lake was frozen, and it was a very interesting experience. So yeah, that was done. So that was November. Winter otherwise has been so snowy this year, which I guess it was last year also and the year before. But yeah, it was like a meter of snow. Looked very pretty, very annoying. Like, I hate driving when it's a very snowy winter. Not really because of the snow on the road so much. There's a lot of very good, at least where I live, like the snow plowing is very good and on time. So, in the morning when I go driving, they've already plowed the things and stuff. But the annoyance is that, the walls of snow along the roads become so tall and they just keep encroaching more and more into the roads themselves, so they just become smaller and the sidewalks vanish, so people are just walking on the roads. So it's really claustrophobic to be driving, and sometimes 2-lane roads become like 1.5 lane roads, and it's just not very safe feeling driving when there's a person walking on the road. It's only 1.5 lanes and a car is coming from the opposite direction and you're like, what do I do now? So yeah, I'm glad that winter is starting to um, go away a little bit, even though it was really pretty. Oh, and I saw Northern Lights for the first time. I was actually doing what you do during a midnight during winter. I was doing some snow plowing in my yard, trying to dig a lane for my car to get out of the garage. I have a garage now. So yeah, I was just doing that in the middle of the night for some reason. I guess I just couldn't sleep. And I was just looking up at the sky, like there was no clouds and the moon was out, and I was like thinking maybe it would be, I mean, it could possibly be some northern lights. Would be really nice if there would be, but I guess that's a pretty far-fetched dream because I'm just hanging out looking at the sky, and then they appeared while I was looking at the sky, and suddenly there they were, and they lasted for about 50 minutes maybe, and then I went to bed. So that was a really nice winter experience, and now I never have to, like, I can cross that off my bucket list for you know my life goals, which is kind of funny to be living in Finland and never have seen northern lights, because and then you get to see them just in your backyard shoveling snow. But the reason I've never seen them before is because um, I just don't like going outside when it's dark really during winter, and usually northern lights appear when it's really cold, on days when there's no clouds, which usually means very cold. And I just never want to go outside during those nights. So I've never had an experience to see them. You know, in the news they would say like, oh, tonight 90% chance to see northern lights, and I'm just like, I can't be bothered unless it's 100%. So it was kind of a nice experience. I have to make sure to do more snow plowing, or not plowing, shoveling, snow shoveling during nights in the future. What else? That was winter, nothing else happened. Well, just life happened. I've been still going to church every weekend, almost every weekend. It has become more of a routine that I'm able to deal with without getting super stressed out. If anyone doesn't know, I just get really stressed out about routine changes and being around people and socializing and stuff like that. I'm a extremely introverted person. I just like being alone forever if I had the ability. But yeah, it's been getting easier. I don't feel like I'm exhausted for the whole next week after church. I'm just exhausted like the rest of Sunday, so I'm just coming home and staring at the wall basically. Sometimes I try to read, but that usually doesn't happen. But yeah, I've been working on that, and it's getting easier, and I'm really enjoying like the actual being at church and talking to the people there. But yeah, I still get really, really tired afterwards. But that's still happening. And now spring is probably going to come next week. So far, no spring, but next week it's gonna become like 10 degrees Celsius during the days. Half sun, half cloudy, and even during some of the nights, it might not even go all the way to freezing, which is amazing because that means the snow is going to melt. Like, there's still snow everywhere, it's just the ground is frozen. There's like knee-deep snow, and it won't melt because even if it gets a little bit on the plus degrees during the day, during the night it freezes, so it's just a cover of ice over everything, and it's so annoying. But next week, spring is starting. I am so excited to start trying to figure out what I want to do with the yard this summer. Like, I have some seedlings starting on the windowsills, and I did one thing last week in preparation for spring. Was I bought some planter boxes, or yeah, I think you call them planter boxes. Yeah, whatever they're called. And I tarred them, as in I covered them with tar. It's supposed to keep them from, like, it's the traditional Nordic way to keep things from becoming rotten. Is that what happens to wood? It rots. Like, water gets into it and it rots. I think that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. So I've been doing that, and now my jacket smells like tar. I don't mind it. I like the smell of tar. It reminds me of sitting in the sauna, or just by a fireplace with very tarry wood burning. I think that's everything that I had to update on. That's all of winter. Just working a lot, still going to church, reading my Bible, trying to figure out everything. And now spring is coming, and I am very happy about that. Yeah. We'll see what will happen with future YouTube videos. I want to do more of them again, but I just feel like I have so little time with everything going on at the same time. Honestly, it's because I used to be working 7 days a week, and now that I keep Sunday to Like I'm trying to actually rest on Sunday, as in not working. So just church and then relaxing or doing chores or something means I don't have that seventh day to work. And I've been so used to scheduling my workload around 7 days. And now I only have 6 days, and it's not really stressful, but it means that I keep not being able to do all the things I want to do. And one of the things that I just haven't had time for has been YouTube videos this winter. And I'm trying to get to a point where I don't know, I don't work so much that I would still have time to do YouTube videos. Although I guess that's just changing one thing of work for another thing of work. But I enjoy working, so, it's just a lack of time. I wish I could learn to sleep less. Like, I really enjoy my 8 hours of sleep. And I wish I could just sleep 6 hours and still be healthy and functioning and be able to focus on everything. But I really do need 8 hours, so I can't even cut into my sleep to get more work done. So I guess I just have to learn to not try to do everything all the time and balance all of my projects and stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. If the next YouTube video is fairly soon, then I bet there's gonna be a lot of spring preparation videos, like more seedlings and whatever I do the next few weeks with the weather. So yeah, see you then. Or of course, you guys can always drop by my Twitch streams. They're my weekly things that I still do right now, that I've actually kept in my schedule as a thing that I do no matter what. They are on Saturdays, finish time like 20 in the evening, so that's 8 in the evening finish time. Whatever that is in other people's time, I don't know, but I'm sure you can figure it out. And they're on Twitch. I'm just humming fluff over there. And see you guys later. Bye bye.